Hello, my name is Marcus and welcome to this video. That's a weird start, but this is a video where I'm going to go through all the things that I brought home from the Spiel in Essen. Because this past weekend, me and my wife went there. We started off by going to Amsterdam to something called Wonder, because they had a big SpongeBob SquarePants display thing. And my wife, that's the show she watched as a kid, and it's very nostalgic and it's very nice for her to go there. I didn't really care for it, but she really wanted to go and she really enjoyed being there, so that's wonderful, you know. And then Friday and Sunday we went to the Spiel, and Saturday we sort of had a chill day, went to Primark, which is, again, it's a store in Germany, it's not in Denmark, and my wife really loves to go there. It's very, very cheap clothes, really cheap. But I'm going to use this video as a quick overview of what the hell I brought home from the Spiel. And let's start off with some upgraded things. I got 2 packs of sleeves for Dixit, and I mean, this is the amount we used for 1 game of Dixit, so maybe 2 was a little too much, but I also have the Disney, so maybe I'll put them on there. As a part of the Essen loot bag, I got this little neat thing. I think we call it a landline. Looks very nice. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. As a part of a pre-order, I got these 2 wristbands and this package thing. I think it's for your travel bag from Rathskellers. I'll show the game in a bit. And because we bought for as much money as we did, we got these from Games. I haven't heard about them before, and we put a bunch of stickers in here as well. We've got a whole bunch of stickers. I don't care for stickers. My wife wants to keep them, so she'll get to keep them. Of course she will. We also got this from a game, Facilium. It's the game right here, actually. That's just a flank from Nice to Know. This is a magazine from Games. You can see all the games that they have in here. It's, yeah. We got this bag for free with a purchase at the Board Game Geek booth. Just some cards from the Games. This is a nature one. If you want to know about the shirts that I got, which I might show, they are from this one, Mr. Meeple. Really nice shirts they had, also some socks and ties and everything. And this is the Spielbox Essen edition. I don't know, I wanted to look at it, but it's in German. So it would be nice if they did it in English as well, considering it is large. Like, there is a QR code to translate it, but still. This is Facilium. What rank did it have? I mean, I know my 1 and 2, but as soon as I get out of that, I'm a little bit doubt about the games that I put on as the ones that I really look forward to. But Facilium was one of them that I really look forward to. Also, like, my 8th or 9th month anticipated for the year. We have tried it out, and I do like that too. I want to try it a little bit more, but it is seemingly very, very good. Wich is here. I haven't tried it yet. Looking forward to it. The components look amazing. The board setup looks amazing. Now I just need to read the rules on it and learn that. And I do want to find, where is it? Where is it? There, top 10 games of the Essen Spiel. Facilium, I put it at my number 2. Oh, that's right, because I didn't include expansions. Of course, Lord of the Rings Duel Formula, the Allies expansion, is like my actual number 2 most anticipated for the Spiel. And I actually, right now, don't know exactly where that is. Ah, it's down here. So here's the Lord of the Rings Duel Formula box. And here are the rules for it, but because the cards are oversized, like so, I'm putting them beneath here, and I'm probably getting rid of the insert, putting things in like plastic bags or whatever. Maybe I'll wait a little bit with it and get some of the card holders from the Dice Tower Kickstarter that they do every year. Maybe I will. We'll see. But that's my actual, like, number 2 most anticipated thing. But Facilium was my number 2 most anticipated game, with Wich is not being put on here because when I did the list I didn't know for sure that was going to be there. For Castles of Burgundy here I have why the reason that I got something for free by the Board Game Geek bag booth. I got these little packs here. These bags to hold all the tiles. I actually thought that some of them were going to be too small, like the black one, because I felt like the plastic bags that I had them in were way larger. But they fit very, very nicely and it looks great, and I can't wait to actually play it the next time. I'm actually going to quickly check out my list here just to see what are the things that I actually got in. Yeah, because okay, I got most of the things in here. But now for the first game, which my wife actually bought. It's called Koi, and it's about building a 3D pond. So you can see some of the things pop up. Very interesting. There's also the issue, one of them, and the main reason that my wife hasn't fully opened it yet. You have all these acrylic things here, where there's of course film on them protecting them, and she finds it very annoying to take off, and I don't want to do it for her. So that might be a little bit of a while. But this one actually also, if I can find it real quick, enabled us to get this one for free, the Simulator board games. So yeah, a bunch of board games in here. It's all the games, or not all the games of course, but most of the games that released at Essen. They made a little deal, and there's a bunch of cards in here for a similar game. It was free, so I thought it was very nice. Yeah. So this is the Dixit, where of course we put on the sleeves. As you can see, fits nicely. But we also bought, and this, those are, by the way, sleeves are from the Dice Tower booth, and so are these little meeples here. So now instead of being a rabbit, you can be a dinosaur / dragon. That's very, I thought it was very cool, and our friends, when they saw it, was like, great idea. So looking forward to next time we're playing Dixit, where we can involve that. And is this the final thing in this bag? No, it's not. Of course it's not. Lots of things related with Fauna, the animal trivia game. This is the pre-order from Rathskellers, where I got all that extra stuff, including actually also this here bag as well. Nice. It has a good size for board games, so that's a nice bag. And also, of course, the Fauna board game here. An animal trivia game. I haven't played it yet, but I'm looking forward to playing it. Here is my number 3 most anticipated, I think. And actually, Fauna was also on the anticipated list. Yeah, Fauna was number 4. And Where Is That was, I think, my number 3 most anticipated for the Essen Spiel. And we have played it. It is a lot of fun. About like placing the correct cities around to score points, having some geographical knowledge. It's very awesome. And another pre-order, this time from Matago, Coexist. It looks very nice. It's about, you know, rescuing animals and stuff. Looks very cool and all. And the official game from the Essen Spiel this year, Fair Enough. Sounds like a fun little silly game about being at a fair and trying to get all the collectibles you want. But is there enough time for it? Probably not. The latest game from Chili Fox, 2 to 5 player trick-taking game about creating movie tricks. Haven't read the rules on that one, can't tell you how it's played, but it's a trick taker. Those are already always fun. My number 5 most anticipated Reptile Tank. And the rules are already popping out. We actually only got this one on the last day, one of the last games that I bought. But I got around to getting it. A little drafting game about creating the best habitat for your animals. And now we're getting into games that my wife bought. Birdie, Foxy and Alpaca. Birdie and Foxy I think are memory type games, and Alpaca is a deck builder. We tried out Foxy and she fell in love with Birdie, and Alpaca still look as well. You could buy 3, get it for 2. So, nice deal. She wanted it, she got it, that's cool. The last of the games that were on pre-orders. Nice to Know Animals. A game about traveling the world and collecting knowledge about all the wonderful animals around the world. They also gave me a pack of Nice to Know Cosmos collectible card games, and a few Nice to Know Animals collectible card games. The issue with the animals ones is they were in German. I don't really speak German that well, and also who wants collectible card game? More collectible card games? God damn it! I don't. By the way, Facilium, the box is in German, but I got a booklet of English rules. So, and now number one most anticipated for the Essenspiel, Forest Shuffle Dartmoor. We've already gotten this to the table. It is great. Not as good as the regular Forest Shuffle, but it is still amazing. And you know, it's one of the really most anticipated. One of the first things we went to get. And I think that now I'm looking at the last thing that we got at the Essenspiel, which is the complete collection of nature. Not quite, because module 5 wasn't available, but it's nature module 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yeah. And this is one that my wife really wanted, because she's my wonderful wife and I will give her anything she got it. Man. So if I look at the top 10 anticipated games at Essenspiel, Forest Shuffle Dartmoor, Facilium, Where's That, Fauna and Reptile Tank. My top 5 all in here. Movie Tricks was my number 7, so I also got that one. Whee! I will say if T-Witches, if I had been absolutely certain that T-Witches was going to release at this one, they would have been my number 3 and everything else would have pushed down. But when I made this list, I wasn't certain that it was going to be there. So, and also I don't think that it was released there completely, so it's a bit of a limbo thing, because Facilium also I think was technically released on the 1st of October, but the English version was only available at the Spiel, so it's a bit of a weird one, right? Then we have number 8, 9 and 10. Those were all sort of demo games. We had Wunderwaffen, Moby Dick, Wrath of the Titan and The Great Harbor. I didn't see The Great Harbor at all. I did see Wunderwaffen, but I ended up walking past it. It would take a little bit too long to demo, and it was for sale, but decided not to buy it. Moby Dick, Wrath of the Titan, I did see. We didn't get to play it, but we did see it because they said, well, it's actually not a functioning version, it's just kind of showing it off. He told a little bit about it, and I think it sounds interesting enough. I'll be interesting to see it when, you know, it's more complete. And then number 6, most anticipated, Wine Cellar. Fun story about this one. I completely forgot about it. I had sort of written it down and where it was supposed to be, but on the Friday when we were walking around, I'd made the active choice to not go for Reptile Tank just because I thought, we've gotten so much else, I would be okay with missing out on Reptile Tank. But Wine Cellar, I forgot everything about. And then on Sunday we got Reptile Tank first, and then we went to look for Wine Cellar. It was sold out. You know, that's what happens. Maybe I'll get it some other time. But I suppose I wasn't too interested in it, considering it was sold out, and I forgot about it. That was stupid. But I'm happy to have gotten Reptile Tank. That one it looks wonderful, and I'm looking forward to trying it out. Of the games here, we've tried Where Is That, Foxy, Forest Shuffle Dartmoor and Facilium, and I could probably happily pull out Fauna and Reptile Tank and Fair Enough and play that right now. But yeah, there's a lot of... we also played Nature. We actually played Nature with the designer, so that's pretty cool to have met a designer, you know. These are the games we got at the Essenspiel. Way too many. I think I counted 16 games and 9 expansions and 2 promos. And just try and go over it because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So yeah, 16 games. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. 6, it's an expansion for Coney. And then you have 7, 8, 9 as the Alpaca box now contains 3 expansions for Alpaca. So 9 expansions there, and 2 promos. Is 1 promo for Jurassic Parts. It's just Tom Valsel's hat, but I can sort of bring it out here. Just Tom Valsel's hat. And another one is in Forest Shuffle Dartmoor. I'm not going to find that one because it's been shuffled in with all the other cards. So yeah. And then of course you have a little bit of upgrade bits. You have the 2 things for Dixit, the Meeples and the die cards. You have The upgraded bags for Castles of Burgundy. Do I have anything else board game related? I did get some shirts. My wife got a shirt that says always yellow. I got one that says always red. And I got like a sort of Lord of the Rings inspired, but with like board game stuff on it, a shirt. And I got just a Lord of the Rings t-shirt. And this Deadpool t-shirt. Maybe you can see it. Which my wife actually bought most of the t-shirts as sort of a birthday present to me. It was my birthday yesterday, the 28th of October. Yay! Happy birthday to me, I guess. Alright. As a part of the loot bag I got that lanyard I showed you, the Fair Enough board game, and this super huge board game bag. It's really big. The issue is something like fauna coexist here, which they can't be positioned down. So sure, when they were closed it was fine, but now that they're open I'm not going to use it, because I hate that. Also on these here, I got most of them signed. So actually in 22 I got Mike Delisio and Siga Sears signed to sign these ones, or they signed them for me. This time I got Tom Massel to sign his card here with a little smiley face. See, Mike just writes down. And this one was signed by Eric Summerer. Yeah, I did also see Camilla Cleckhorn in the background, and I managed never to spot. I never spotted Chrissy, who was also supposed to be there somewhere. So yeah, but I got those signed pictures with them. Very cool to meet those. Very nice people. I also, as I said, met the designer of Nature, and we met the designer Dave Beck, I believe it was, of Distilled, and of course Distilled Cocktails. Really looking forward to those games releasing. Where was I at? Right. I also wanted to look at my top 10 games releasing in 2025 list and to see how many of them did I get here. I got one. Nice to Know Animals is my number 8 most anticipated. I thought I put Facilium on here actually, but I didn't. Apparently, I thought I put like 9, but number 9. But number 9 was Dino Dynasties, or Dino Dynasty. That was sold out when I got to it. It was at the Spiel, but it was sold out, and I'm probably not going to get it, so that's fine. But it's interesting. I actually really thought that Facilium, I put Facilium on there because I actually was really interesting in that game. Did I meet anyone else interesting? I don't think I did. We tried out a game called Pyramid, which is a push-your-luck game about building a pyramid of cats. That's why Pyramid. It was fun. Maybe we'll get it when it releases sometime next year. I think it said January, and I think maybe it was like a $30 in retail. Not 100% sure on that one. Overall, I mean, if I was going to talk a little bit about the Spiel and would I recommend it to someone to go visit the Spiel, I would say yes. I would recommend it if you really love board games and you know it's your big hobby and you love it. I would recommend going to check out the Spiel at least once. I know that if you don't live on continental Europe, it's a very difficult thing. And it's very difficult to get these kind of things, because we just drove there, packed it all in the car and drove home. If you're in a plane, it's very different, and they do offer a package solution, but of course it's expensive. But I would definitely recommend going to one of these big conventions. Luckily, if you live in the Americas, there is also Gen Con, which, again, I would just recommend going to some of these big conventions if you ever have the opportunity. Or if you really care about board gaming, try and save up and try and experience it one time. Because I really think it's worth it. It's the same if you were like a big sports fan of a very specific team. Go watch that sports team in their home stadium, just once, at least once. Like, I was a very big Manchester United fan. I've been to Manchester, I've been to the stadium, and I've watched the game. And it was amazing. And it's the same with like board gaming. Go to these places at least once to experience, you know, board gaming on the sport in its home, where it really flourishes. Like, going around there, you can see the love, you can see the interest from everyone. Like, no one looked at something like, no thank you. We definitely looked at something, oh, what's that? Yeah, maybe we won't play that, but it looked interesting, it looked nice. Like, everything was just awesome. So it's a cool thing, but it can be very, very expensive. Like this, we spent about 1,600 euro on our trip, just in cash. We haven't counted the things we spent on the card, which we tried not to spend too much on the card. I didn't buy a single board game on the card. I definitely could have, because there's definitely some that I thought was like, oh, that's so cool, I really want that. But shouldn't be spending on my card. I brought some euros to just spend on board games and stuff. And maybe I missed out on something because I didn't have any more money. Because I spent all my cash. But you know, that's the risk you take. It was a wonderful trip. If you can go to Essen or Gen Con or Japan Game Fair, I think it's called, Japanese Tokyo Game Fair. One thing I've heard that's really awesome as well. I would raise, so like, go to one of these big ones if you ever have the opportunity. Save up a bit of money for it. But be aware, you're gonna come home, like the next task that I'm standing in front of is how the hell do I get all this shit into this? But that's my headache. Thank you very much for watching, and I will be releasing a little video of some clips from the fair itself, just showing off some booths and a little bit of what happened there. I tried doing some vlogging, but it's not very good, so it's not going to be like a vlog. It's just kind of going to be, you know, some pictures of some things that we tried and just videos of the booths to try and show off how it looks, because I think it looks really nice. That will be released, I don't know, Friday maybe, I don't, yeah. But also, of course, I'm going to try and focus on the games that were released this year, which is, you know, Fur Shuffle, Dartmoor, Coexist, Fauna, Koi, which is most of them. I mean, how many of these games were released this year? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus an expansion. Birdie, Fox, Alpaca, I don't know. Nature was last year, so I'm going to try and focus on those, get some reviews done of those, of course, and I think there's some of them that are going to be in my top 10 games of 2025 list at the end of the year. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.